Today on Dr. Phil.
You are to do what you are told. Do you understand what I am telling you?
She disciplined her son with hot sauce and cold showers.
Don't you spit it at me. Swish it.
Never has a guest sparked so much controversy.
Now she's back. Plus,
Are you willing to take a polygraph examination?
yesterday you met this father
I have nothing to hide.
who stands accused of molesting his own daughter.
Our family has been torn apart.
I don't want my kids taken away. They need us.
Today, the family discovers the truth.
The results of the test are...
Don't miss the unexpected twist.
This story is not even almost over. Yesterday, we met Jason, who was being accused by his mother-in-law, Melody, of molesting his 5-year-old daughter. Now, Jason's wife, Karen, believes her husband is innocent and said she hated her mother for making what she said was a completely false accusation. Now, Jason agreed to take a polygraph test to prove his innocence, and I have the results. But first, take a look at what happened on the last show.
I believe without a doubt my granddaughter was molested by her father.
I do not think my daughter was ever molested.
She said, "Grandma, my pee-pee hurts." I said, "You have to tell Grandma who's the bad man." And she just yelled, "It's my daddy!"
My mom and my sister went behind my back. They had a rape kit done on my child.
I'm a great father. I would never, ever do such a thing.
I believe my niece and mother. I don't want to believe that it's Jason.
I believe my granddaughter.
There are allegations being made that you have molested your daughter. Is that true?
Nothing like that ever happened.
You believe that she just doesn't like your husband?
She hates him. I hate her. I hate you.
I love you.
You don't love me or you wouldn't have done this to my baby.
I'm stating facts.
No, you have no facts. You're
What was
nothing
that?
but a liar.
You took her child
That's correct.
to the hospital to have a pelvic exam and 30 photos, completely stripped down, and didn't tell her mother?
They raped my baby. They did this. Nothing has happened to that baby except for what she has done to her.
Does that seem reasonable to you?
Yes,
Because I got to
yes,
tell
I
you, if
do.
somebody takes my child to get some type of medical examination or care without my permission, you got a problem with me, lady. What did this examination find?
Absolutely no findings of any kind of trauma to my baby.
I'm backing my granddaughter. She said these things happened, and I believe her. Period. I know what she said about
You're the
you.
only
Just you,
one she
right?
tells.
You are not accusing him. You think someone has been inappropriate.
I have never, ever, ever believed that Jason did this. I simply just repeated what Kyron told me.
This is my 4-year-old daughter, Dr. Phil.
I will take a polygraph test. I'm not lying about anything.
Get on it then.
Clearly, a tool for clarity here is to take a polygraph. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
If he takes this polygraph and he passes this polygraph, are you going to apologize to him?
No.
Of course not.
It's not about apologizing. It is about me believing what my granddaughter said.
If he takes this polygraph and passes it, it's not going to matter to you.
Well, let's see if he passes.
I'm about to take the polygraph test, and I feel very strongly that I will pass it.
Jason will be 100% cleared. He'll come out on top. When Jason is cleared, I want to tell my mother to leave us alone forever.
I just got done with the polygraph test, and I feel great. I feel great because the truth is going to be told.
I have not seen the contents of this envelope. Does anybody have anything they want to say before I open this? Anything you want to say?
No. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Natasha, anything?
I love them. I'm just here to make sure that they know that. And I honestly believe that Jason is a good father. I know he is.
Jason, anything?
I'm a great father. I just want this to be clear.
Okay. Karen, anything you want to say?
I'm very upset with what they've done to my family, and I'm ready for him to get the justice, my family get the justice that
You
we need.
think he's passed this polygraph
I know
test?
he has. There's not a doubt in my mind.
Now, I want to talk about these results before I pull them out of here. Was this test fair in your view?
Yes.
And you have no excuses whatsoever.
No.
It is what it is. You think this was a fair test.
Yes.
So if this doesn't come out well, you're not going to start making excuses.
I have nothing to hide.
You believe it's a valid test.
Yes.
The first question was, have you ever touched your daughter for sexual purposes? And your answer was?
Never, no.
And the results of the test are that there was no deception. That was true. The second question, which is a control question, have you ever touched your daughter for sexual purposes since she was born? And your answer was?
No.
No. And the result is no deception. All right, what'd you want to say?
I knew all along. He's the best daddy in the world.
What did you want to say?
Leave us alone. Stop. Been through enough. I don't want my kids taken away. They need us.
What did you want to say?
Yeah, I am sorry, but I believed my granddaughter. She said what she said. So I'm thankful, Jason, that those results came out the way that they did.
Do you accept this as valid?
Of course.
You don't continue to harbor suspicions that he is molesting your granddaughter?
I will no longer, but I did until now.
At this point, in terms of targeting this man, I think you have now 1, 2, 3 CPS investigations, 2 hospital examinations, and now a polygraph by the most respected polygraph operator in the country that says this man has not been inappropriate with his daughter.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
Okay, but I want you to acknowledge that that's the truth.
I do.
Okay.
I believe him. And if those were his answers, I believe that.
Okay, well, those were his answers, and those were the results. Okay, what do you want to say?
I am thrilled. I could not be more relieved. I love them. I love all of them, and I miss them. Our family has been torn apart from all of this. But it was never, people think that, especially my own family members, think that I've had an agenda, and I never have. You know I've always taken great care of your kids, and I love them like they're my own, just like you love my children like they are your own, right? Yeah. All I wanted to do was protect Kyron, that's it. I've never
Talk
thought
to
that.
her first.
Yeah, you could have. I mean,
I
do
do
you understand
understand
what my
that.
baby had to go through for no reason?
I do understand that,
I'm
and you
hurt.
and I have
You know
talked
how
about
good of a
it.
dad I am. Why even
I
think
feel
of
very
that?
betrayed.
Why even do all that?
I wasn't even
I
able
never,
to protect
Jason,
her.
I never said that it
No,
was you.
why even go through all that if
All you gotta
you're
do is
saying
call
it's
me.
me and going to the hospital and telling people it's me?
I never said it was you. That's what you don't understand.
In the report made at the hospital, it's fine.
All
He's
I
clear.
did was repeat
I love him. He's nothing but a great daddy.
verbatim what my niece told me. That's it. I've never, ever, ever, ever believed that
Just
you
leave us alone.
could be.
I want
I
everybody
want
to
to
leave us
say,
alone.
and listen, I want to say this. Natasha had said from the beginning to us, without y'all around, without anybody around, that she has never thought that you molested this child, ever. Not one time has she ever impugned you in any way.
Never.
She has said
You are
what
my
she was
baby
told.
sister,
She
and I
repeated
love
what
you.
she was told.
I love you.
But she did not derogate you in any way. She did not derogate you in any way, or you either, for that matter.
I just wanted to be let known. They could have let her know. If it's
I get it. I get that. That's a
what we're
whole other
mad about.
question. I
Yes.
said there are some things that I really disagree with here. This story, in my opinion, is not even almost over. I'm going to tell you why I say that when we come back.
Ladies were swimming, and I noticed that there were marks on her leg. When I looked closer, I realized that those marks were bruises. Somebody had squeezed her with enough force, they left their handprint in her thigh. I was furious.
Well, I'm back with Jason, who was being accused of molesting his daughter based on the fact that his mother-in-law, Melody, reported that her granddaughter had said that she had been touched inappropriately and it was a man in a blue mask and that man was her father. Based on that, you made allegations. Now, Jason agreed to take a polygraph to prove his innocence, and the test showed no deception. It showed that when he said, no, I have not, that was, in fact, the case. Now, I said that, in my view, this story wasn't even almost over with, because I have to tell you, as a professional, there are multiple signs here that this child may well have been violated in some way. I mean, from just a clinical perspective, I'm very suspect that someone has touched this child inappropriately. There are an awful lot of indicators there that, as a mom and a dad, I would be concerned about. But I think you have to consider the possibility that she may have been violated in some way.
Dr. Phil, my children are very happy kids. She's never once come to me and said anybody was hurting her. As her parent, do not believe that my child has been molested at all, period.
I hope you're right. And if your motherly instinct here is that she has not been, that weighs real heavily with me.
I really
Seriously,
don't.
I really do. But it would be terrible if she had and nobody reacted to it, right? And so here's what I'm suggesting to you. I don't think she needs to be examined. I don't think she needs to be questioned. I don't think she needs to be photographed. I don't think any of that needs to happen, because those examinations are only going to show penetration. And if there is some type of touching that was abrasive, it would have to be very timely, and that's not the case now. So that's not going to render anything at all. But you might want to consider having her for a brief period of time to see a professional in a play-like situation, because children are often much more forthcoming if they're not set down for an interview. And instead they're just kind of talk while they're playing, and they don't feel so conspicuous. You might have some peace of mind, and I would do it for two reasons. One, if she were to reveal something that might need some attention, then that would happen. But I am concerned that she may have been traumatized by some of the things that have happened with the examinations and being away from y'all for a period of time on more than one occasion. You know, she might have some things that she might want to give a voice to.
I want help for her.
It could just help kind of smooth that over and make sure that in these formative years, personality-wise, that she is secure in all this. She's been through a divorce situation. She's been through 2 trips to the hospital. She's been through CPS questioning. She's been through a lot of these things. I mean, if something is there, it will reveal itself. And if not, just ministering to what she has been through, it might be good to just make sure that everything has been smoothed out. And I will certainly find and make that resource available to y'all. Absolutely. That will be handpicked by us, that will gentle and sensitive to your daughter. Just make sure that's taken care of. Now, would you like to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think it would be a good idea. Now, it's been almost a year since Melody has been allowed to see her grandchildren. Will she ever be allowed to see them again? We're going to talk about that when we come back. Karen has made it very clear she never intends to reconcile with Melody. Take a look.
I want nothing to do with them because of what they've done to my daughter.
I don't want them in mine or my children's life.
I miss my sister so much. The last year without her has been hell.
I miss my grandkids. When your granddaughter tells you things and then you're blocked out because you repeated what she said, that's not right. That's not fair.
I don't see them ever being a part of our lives or our kids' lives.
They're very corrupt people, and I want them to just go away.
Many times I've tried to reach out to Karen, but she has shot me down flat and said she wanted nothing to do with me. So that's when I said, that's it, you're out of the will. And that's how I see it. If you don't want anything to do with me, then don't expect anything from me, because you're not going to get it.
Is this over?
Yes.
Between you and your mother?
She had my daughter raped, absolutely. They hurt my baby. I will not reconcile with you ever. Never again. I've been through, this is the worst year of my life, all because of you. My baby went through all of this because of you. You'll never see my kids again.
Well, you can point fingers all you want.
I don't think I have any fingers to point, Mother. Look at what you've done.
I will always believe her. Period. I am so happy for those results, but if she came to me today and said the same thing...
You won't ever have the opportunity to speak with her again.
I understand
that's done.
That's what you think.
That is, I know.
Okay.
That's done.
It's okay.
Do you paint your sister with the same brush that you paint your mother with?
I'm very disappointed in her. I do love her. I feel very betrayed by what you did to me.
I understand that.
And it's done.
You have to understand my position, and that's one thing.
No, your position, you were not her mother.
I do understand that. I do understand that. You don't understand the position that I was put in at the time. I had 3 police officers telling me.
I don't care.
I had to write.
That's my baby.
I had to write my statement.
I don't care.
See, here's the deal, though.
Look at what y'all did to my kid, Natasha. Put yourself in my shoes. What if I did that to you? What if I did that to one of your babies?
You haven't had your kids taken away from you.
You haven't had your kids taken away. You haven't had them come in.
What if somebody accused you?
They took my baby to a hospital and did the nastiest things ever to her. And I wasn't there to protect her. All you had to do was call me.
They wouldn't let me call you.
Please.
She wouldn't let you call.
No, the police. The police were with me the entire time I was at the hospital.
So, Dr. Phil, they're allowed to just do no investigation and take my child to a hospital?
First off, I think words are very powerful. Now listen, hear me, because I'm not them. Words are very, very powerful. And I think if we're going to be histrionic, it's going to create problems. Let's be sure we use words that are accurate. The hospital didn't do the nastiest things possible to your daughter. Now wait a minute.
They did.
No, wait a minute. These are caring professionals that do what they've been trained to do with your daughter. I hate that she went through that. But now listen to me, Karen. They found that she had been raped. You would be glad that somebody had discovered that.
She had already been through it once before, Dr. Phil.
But that doesn't mean what had happened in the interim. Had it been a different outcome, you would feel differently. But it's unfair to characterize the medical professionals as doing nasty things to your daughter. You hate that she went through it. I get that. But when you use those words, it exaggerates everything. And I'm not trying to trivialize it. And I think what they did was wrong. And this stuff about the police saying that you can't call a child's biological mother, certainly a mother that was not accused of any wrongdoing.
And that was my
I got
point
a
to
hard
them as
time
well.
with that. I got a hard time with believing that the police did that. If they did, I would think they certainly crossed the line and went beyond the scope of their role in the situation. That's just my personal opinion. If I were you, there isn't a cop on the face of the earth going to tell me I can't call a family member unless I'm under arrest. Then you get out of my face and you don't tell me who I can call and who I can't call,
sir.
and that is
I do.
not
I understand
okay.
that. I do. And it is not okay. And I will regret that for the rest of my life.
Well, then say that, but don't put it off on the police, because you just look at that cop and say, am I under arrest? Then back off, Jack, and give me my phone. You know, it's just that simple. And I bet you would do that if you had it to do over again.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Mr. FBI, help me out here.
I'm here, Dr. Phil.
Is that right? You don't have the right as a law
Now, if
enforcement
the mother
officer
of the
to tell
child had been arrested or was being detained, that's certainly going to change her rights. But in this case, no one was arrested, no one was detained. The parent should have been allowed to intervene and take charge.
And I thought the same thing. And I remember questioning the officer that I really wanted her to know, because it kills me to this day that she wasn't able to be there, or...
Kills you. My baby went through that alone.
Yeah, and that's not good. I'm not trying to trivialize that in any way whatsoever. You need to understand that. But I think we have a plan here that we are going to get her some very gentle and sensitive help, because there are signs here. I mean, there are other explanations, you know, the bedwetting and the bruises. I mean, children get bruises. They play. I get that. I understand. I understand stress and bedwetting, and you're during a divorce. There are a lot of alternative explanations, but we're just going to be careful. We're going to be careful here. And I hope in time that things will settle down, and perhaps with some boundaries you can maybe take some steps to feel more comfortable about what's going on here. But I'm very glad that you had the courage to step up and take that polygraph. I really am. And I thank you for your willingness to do this, and hopefully this will begin a period of peace and harmony for your family and for your daughter. And I believe family is very important. I hope all this can heal in time. When we come back, I'm going to speak for the first time about the mom who captured America's attention and caused a hotbed of controversy when she sent me a video of her giving her son hot sauce and cold showers as a form of punishment. Plus, you're going to hear how she and her son are doing now. Never in the 9 years that I've been doing this show has a guest sparked so much controversy, grabbing headlines, leaving all of America talking. I'm speaking about Jessica, who wrote to me because she said she could not control the frustration she had towards her adopted 7-year-old son. Now, she sent me a video that her daughter taped, and believe me, I took it very, very seriously. Take a look.
Why did you lie to me?
I did not want to get in trouble.
You didn't want to get in trouble. Does it work to lie to me? What happens when you lie to me?
I get hot sauce.
You get hot sauce. What else happens when you lie to me?
I get a board too.
Yeah, then let's think about it in here. Open. Close your mouth. Did you swallow it? Good. Do you lie to me? No, don't spit it. Are lies supposed to come out of your mouth? No. Does it make it better to lie? Spit.
I need to say this and be very clear. We didn't shoot that tape, because if I had a camera crew in your home shooting that and they didn't intervene and stop it, there would be something seriously wrong.
What is the consequence? A cold shower. Get undressed right now. Christoph, why are you getting a cold shower? That's unacceptable behavior. You are to do what you are told. Do you understand what I am telling you?
Anybody would look at that and say that that is absolutely outrageous. It is over the top. That is totally unacceptable.
And tell me what I need to do with him.
You are in the shower because you made bad choices. Do you hear me?
You could have 10 times the impact on this child if you sat down and whispered in his ear.
I've done that.
Then, well, okay. You can say you've done this and you've done that, but you know what? You do it until. And I don't care how many things you've tried or how many times you try them. It is not justifiable to default to what you're doing. My wife, who's been here for every show for 9 years, had to actually look away. You couldn't look at that.
No, I couldn't. It was horrible. You were screaming at him, "We don't lie in this house." And I just wonder if when he came into that house, you told him you would love him and protect him and nurture him and be his mother. And I bet that every time you scream in his face and say, "We don't lie in this house," he's looking at you saying, "You're a liar."
I never thought of it that way.
What did you want to say?
I raised 3 kids, and I didn't have to throw them in cold showers and put hot sauce in their mouth, okay? That's not how you raise a child.
This young child is damaged. I am willing to get him some immediate help medically, neurologically, to have him evaluated top, side, and bottom in every possible way so we can get an accurate diagnosis of what's going on with this boy, if anything. I'm willing to get you some help with your anger, in your lack of control, and your lack of insight into your anger, provided you are willing to open your home to these therapists, that they can monitor you to the point of putting cameras in that home if necessary.
Absolutely.
Will you agree with those conditions?
Yes.
Well, before I give you an update on Jessica, I think this is a great opportunity to give all of you here in the audience and at home insight into the anatomy of a story and how it all happens when we get something like this at the Dr. Phil Show. I take all letters and tapes very seriously, and as you know, we do accept home videos from folks. Some of you have sent them in. Sometimes we put cameras in the home to leave them there for a couple of weeks to catch the patterns and the real dynamics that go on. In this case, I saw this video for the first time about midnight the night before the show was taped the next day, and it was very, very disturbing to me, as I know it is to you. As upsetting as the tape was, there appeared to be no physical damage, and there weren't any attacks on self-esteem in terms of the things that she was saying to the child. Now, further research showed that saucing techniques still exist. It's kind of like washing your mouth out with soap. I was really surprised to see that there were multiple national polls after our show aired, and over a third of the respondents said that saucing was okay. They thought that was all right. And the point being that it's FDA-approved hot sauce that has been determined as non-harmful for consumption. And the mother's words were not directed at the son's self-esteem. So at that point, we, in consultation with the advisory board, consider possible courses of action, whether Child Protective Services should be notified, police, or do you institute therapy, hospitalization, rehab, whatever it might be for the circumstance that we're working on here. We knew that we would do way more of an intervention than any other organization or law enforcement was out there. The options are not great here. You say, well, those kids should be taken out of there and put in foster care. That system is broken. There are 6 children in this home, and the question we have to ask ourselves is, are we better off to try to fix this in place, or are we better off to try to remove the children? And of course, our goal is to help our guests, obviously, but we also want to raise awareness on parenting practices that cross the line. So it's more than just about what happens here on the stage. Children have no power, they have no voice, and they can be victimized behind closed doors. If by the stories we do here, we can inspire parents at home to go, you know what, I'm crossing the line too, I need to police myself better, then it's actually very helpful in that regard. Now, what we extracted from Jessica was that she agreed to stop saucing, stop the showers, stop the screaming, and open her home to monitoring. We also said that we would refer her immediately for help. Now, when we say help is on the way, we mean it. Next, we'll hear from Jessica and find out how she and her son are doing now.
An Alaska woman has been charged with child abuse because of an appearance on the Dr. Phil TV show.
A mother from Alaska is now charged with child abuse after an appearance on Dr. Phil, where she showed a videotape of her forcing her son to drink hot sauce as punishment.
An Alaskan mom is in hot water this morning over hot sauce. Her homemade video on the web sparked widespread outrage after it was released, and she's now accused of child abuse.
Now, that was Jessica, who raised eyebrows and got all of America talking after they watched a video that was submitted by her daughter actually took it, of her disciplining her 7-year-old adopted son by giving him hot sauce and cold showers. Now, immediately, I wanted Jessica and her son to begin evaluation and treatment. She says that she has some hope that somebody is willing to help because, by the way, we heard a lot of people weighing in with opinions. We heard people talking in Anchorage. Not one agency, not one professional stepped up to offer this family services. Lots of opinions, but no help. But that's okay because we do. That's part of what we do. It doesn't finish when you leave this stage. We help our people when they go back to their community, whatever it may be, individual therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, medical, neurologicals, whatever needs to happen. Now, despite all of this constructive intervention, Jessica was charged with misdemeanor child abuse. The Anchorage municipal prosecutor felt that the behavior violates a municipal code for protecting against child abuse. Now, Child Protective Services came in and did an evaluation and kind of the way we and our advisory board concluded. This was not good parenting, but it was not something that was actionable. They did not find cause to remove this or any of the other children. The Russian consulate and some of their authorities visited the home as well and found that they did not see cause to intervene or to remove the children from the home. So the children remain in her custody, and a court date has been set for next month. So I think pretty much with the exception of this misdemeanor charge that I think a lot of people don't support, our assessment of the situation has been borne out by CPS and the Russian authorities as well. This is not good parenting, in my view, clearly. What we wanted to do was step in and change it. I'm sorry that she's being prosecuted at this point. She needs help, not punishment. She's getting it and moving in the right direction. We'll continue to follow the story. We'll be right back. I think saucing is okay. Yeah, my hand's not up. That was just an example. How many of you had your mouth washed out with soap when you were growing up? Oh, really? Yeah, not me. I was a little cherub. So, guys, thanks for being here. So long.
Dr. Phil. She believes her husband.
He has wired money to 4 women in excess of $15,000.
This is your money he's sending away.
Is being catfished.
Your wife thinks that they're not real.
Admit one of them.
Did you actually meet her, or did you just say that to get people off your back at the time?
Kimberly's calling me now.
Try to go pick up the money as soon as possible.
Did she sound at all robotic to you?
Listen to me.
Dr. Phil has exposed online scams before. But wait till you see who's on the end of the line this time.
Hey, Jerry, this is Phyllis. Hope you're having a great day. To tell you the truth, this isn't Phyllis. This is actually Phil.
Dr. Phil. You say you got involved in this because you lost your attraction to your wife.
If you were so damn unhappy, leave me. Don't cheat on me. Pack your bags and get the hell out.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. When our guest, Christine, first met her husband, Jerry, almost 30 years ago, she says he was a successful, older married man who indulged her and her two daughters with fancy cars, expensive dinners, and trips. When they finally married, she thought she had snagged her Prince Charming, but not so much. Christine says she caught Jerry cheating on her with not one, but two neighbors, including one of her best friends, and it's gone downhill from there. For the past 5 years, Christine says Jerry has been meeting multiple women online and has been sending them money via Western Union. Places like, you guessed it, Nigeria. Her husband says these women with names like Kelly, Kimberly, Candace, and Rose are real and they need his help. But his wife says she believes her husband is being catfished. And she wants the scamming and cheating to stop. Take a look.
Jerry is very deceptive, delusional, and he's a liar. I believe that Jerry is throwing away my financial future with online dating scams. There are 4 women that I know of. Kelly and Kimberly, who he claims is his current girlfriend, and then there's Candace and Rose. They're all very young, very beautiful. Not somebody that would give a man like him the time of day. You thought you were gonna have some young chick hanging on your arm? Kelly looked like she was the age of our daughter. That made me sick when I saw that. I looked at you like, what the hell are you thinking? I called him a pedophile. He makes me sick. Each of them have promised Jerry millions. It's all lies. He has wired money to all 4 of these women in excess of $15,000. I just want to reach across the table and slap Jerry, snap out of it. What's Kim promising you? What's Candace promising you? What are you getting out of all of this?
Nothing.
Recently, Jerry received fraudulent checks coming from somebody who says they are a friend of the girl. It's supposed to be a loan to her, but she can't cash the check. So Jerry is accepting the check, cashing it for her, and then he wired the money to her. There's that $5,000 check. What happened to that check?
I don't know.
No, you do know. The bank confiscated it. Why? Because it was fraudulent. Jerry and I are over $100,000 in debt. We are in the midst of filing bankruptcy now. You skipped the mortgage payment, and the last damn thing we have left is the house. You're gonna lose that for me too? You need to stop, because when you end up out there on the damn streets and you're pushing a damn shopping cart and you're sleeping behind a God bless it Walmart or something, what are you getting out of this, Jerry? They're screwing you. It's been over 4 years and you have nothing to show for it. What is it gonna take?
You seem a little frustrated.
Yeah, quite a bit.
There are 2 levels of issue here. One is the toxic relationship between the 2 of you, but I want to talk about what's happening with him sending money to these women, because you are afraid he's just going to sell you down the river and you're going to wind up with nothing out on the street. This is your money he's sending away.
Yeah, yes, it is.
What does he, I heard you yelling at him, but what does he say when he does say something?
Sorry, I've heard that thousands of times. Sorry, I won't do it again.
Okay, you say the first one was named Kelly.
Yes.
And you say that he admitted that he sent Kelly money in increments of anywhere from $100 to $1,400. What was it for?
Her necessities. She said she was getting an inheritance from father or grandfather passed away, and it's tied up, and her attorney's trying to get it released, and she needs money for her attorney. She needed money for her hotel. She needed money for her food.
And where is he sending it?
He was sending it to a man's name. I remember once it going to New Orleans, Louisiana, Carolina, but they were going to men. The money was going to men.
But where was Kelly physically, supposedly located?
in Louisiana, I know.
So
at one
why not
point.
just go to Louisiana? You can get to Louisiana a hell of a lot cheaper than $1,400. Why not just go down there and...
I told him the same thing, go find her.
Well, what does he say to that?
He just shrugs his shoulders. I don't know, you know, just
But how long has it been that he's been sending her money?
That, as far as I know, stopped with her.
Well, she
went-
changed her name to Smith.
She changed
She's
it
now
Kelly
Kelly
Smith,
Smith.
and then she changed it to our last name and said she is his wife.
That would make you what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your sister wife?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I created a pager number, an online pager number, and I started paging, and I was like, you know, hey babe, my wife got my, you know, phone. I had to change my number, text me on this. And so for about a day or so, she was texting me. I said, this isn't Jerry, this is his wife. You leave my husband alone, and basically, you know, text back some things. And when they came back speaking at me, at that point, I knew absolutely positive I was never speaking to a woman. Just the way anybody can agree, when a man and a woman fight, the words a man will use to a woman are totally different than what I would say if I were arguing with another woman. This was definitely a man I was talking to.
Okay, then he moved on
Yeah.
to Kimberly.
From Kelly, that is during the time that I was moved out of the home. And from there, I didn't have direct access to his friends anymore.
Kimberly said she was from Texas, but then had to move to Nigeria.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens. I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas, and I keep waiting to get that message that I have to go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And she had to go to Nigeria because she had containers of gold and jewelry, and she had to go there to get it, but she needed money to get it back from there.
Yeah. I don't know any of these details. I've learned a lot in the past few days.
I want you to know.
Yeah. Well, he told me that he also receives wires and forwards the money to Nigeria.
Jerry is getting money and laundering it and sending it on to Nigeria. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah, I know.
Who is Candace?
One of his current friends.
Friends.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the best word I can use for them.
Right. And who is Rose? She's
Another one of his
a third
friends.
one. So there's four. There's Kelly, and has three last names, two others, then yours. And then there's Kimberly, and then Candace, then Rose. So is he in love with these all at the same time?
I guess so. He wasn't faithful to me. Why should he be to them?
So he's cheating on the women he's cheating on you with.
Yeah. Well,
And he's sending them all money.
yeah.
You say he sent Candace $1,000 just recently.
Yeah, the money that he skipped our mortgage payment with last month. I've lost all my cars. I've lost absolutely everything that I had.
What do you want from me?
Just find a way to get him to stop. You know, I knew this man for so many years. Incredible father, incredible provider. When he lost his job, I think about seven or so years ago, it's like he lost his mind.
So you want me to wake the boy up? You want me to give him a wake-up call?
Yeah.
What I want to do is stop the bleeding. I want to stop this erosion of your family, of your finances, of your security, of his security at this phase of his life. I want to stop this. Coming up, we're actually going to meet Christine's husband. We're going to find out why he thinks these online women he's romancing are real, and he does. We'll be right back.
I recently watched the Dr. Phil show where they were trying to convince a man that a woman named Kelly Smith was a scam.
I met Kelly on Match.com. She seemed really nice.
tell me 100% you know this is a scam and you are going to unplug from this?
It's a scam. I'm done. And thank you for that, Dr. Phil.
The first woman I ever found out about with Jerry, she went by the name Kelly Smith. There's a strong possibility all of these scammers can be one network, one group. I am 110% positive Jerry is being scammed.
Christine says Jerry has been talking to women half his age online for the past 5 years and is sending them thousands of dollars. She says these women are not real and he is being scammed. She's absolutely certain of it. Now, Jerry claims the women he is currently talking to are real, and he says he even met one of them in person.
I went on dating websites. I met this woman, Kelly. She was hot. I started with meeting ladies online because I lost my attraction to you.
Then you should have left me.
She would send me some pictures and they were rather provocative. She thought I was a very handsome man. I sent her $300 for her to get a plane ticket and fly out to California. Never showed up. She got cold feet, she said. Currently, I am dating Kimberly. Kimberly and I have been involved for like a year and a half. I've only talked to Kimberly 5 or 6 times. She's 5'6", long blonde hair, very attractive, nice body. Kimberly deals with gold, silver, precious metals. She asked me to meet her at the airport. The woman I met at the airport was the one that was in the photograph. So I know she's real. There's a lot of good chemistry between the two of us. We shared passionate kisses. I felt we both connected. And she was on a layover and she had to get back on the plane. Right now she's in Nigeria getting antiques. She's stuck there. She says her container is full, but she doesn't have enough to get it out of customs. I saved Kimberly $5,000. The plan is she's supposed to move here and start a new life here. Kimberly and I are in love, and I want to be with her forever. I think it's time for Christine and I to get a divorce and move on.
Okay, Jerry, I'm glad to meet you. I'm curious about these women. You know that your wife thinks that they're not real.
Yes.
And you know better.
Yes, I met one of them.
But there are 4.
Yes.
And why 4? Why are you interacting with 4 instead of 1?
Well, basically right now I'm only talking to the one, Kimberly.
He's not talking to just one. He's talking to Candace, he's talking to Rose, he's talking to Kimberly. That's 3. Kelly is in the past, I understand that, but you're talking to 3, not just 1. And if, like your video says, you're so in love, what, you can't be faithful to her either?
I haven't talked to Rose and I haven't talked to Candace.
You're texting. You are. You're texting and you're messaging the same cheating you did to me. Right?
Yes.
That's 3.
Okay, here's the thing. And let me just ask you where you are on this. Because I'm just going to kind of go through this with you and we're going to kind of come to some kind of conclusion. But do you want to know the truth, whatever it is? I mean, we'll come to the conclusion together because I'm going to go through some stuff with you. We'll reason through this together, just kind of man to man. But if they're real and she needs to accept that, then that's what that is. If they're not, and you need to accept that, do you really want to know?
Yes, absolutely.
Because if they're not real, if it's some guy or some con on the other end, you do want to know that, right?
Yes, I do.
Is that a possibility?
Yes.
And you say that you got involved in this because you lost your attraction to your wife.
Yes.
Why?
She stopped taking care of herself. She wouldn't wear makeup. She wouldn't do her nails. She moves out and she does all this now. Nice.
You never talk to me about any of that. You are so full of it.
He told you I lost my attraction to you.
Yeah.
And he said it's because you let yourself go. You quit taking care of yourself, that you didn't care anymore.
I was always working. I mean, he rarely saw me. You know, at the point that he was doing this, I was working 7 days a week. When did you ever see me to give a damn what I was looking like? You know? And if you were so damn unhappy, I've told you all the time, leave me. Don't cheat on me. If you were so damn unhappy, pack your bags and get the hell out. Told you all the time, leave me. Don't cheat on me. You know, but no, you stayed in the house and I left. I mean, if you were so damn unhappy, pack your bags and get the hell out.
Why did you leave the house?
I did what?
I asked her why she left the house.
Oh, are we ready to skip over to that? Are we ready to find out why I left the house?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, okay. We left the house because my husband had me arrested. And he put me in jail. I was in jail for about 3 to 4 days. I was taken to the hospital while I was in custody. And they found that I had injuries that I had sustained that did not warrant them charging me. I was told I was booked on a felony elderly abuse because of the age of my husband.
The complaint was that you got him in a chokehold?
Yes, he laid hands on me. Yes, I laid hands on him. Yes, one night I snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. I overpowered him. I got behind him. I put him in a chokehold, held him until he passed out.
No, do not cheer that behavior. That is not good behavior. I don't want y'all beating on each other. I don't want you choking each other out. Listen, that's how people wind up getting hurt. That's how people wind up dead.
Exactly.
You choked him till he was unconscious?
Yeah, I snapped. I had tried everything at this point. I mean, at this point, he had put me through our bedroom door. We didn't even have a door on our bedroom because he busted me through it and the door was gone.
Is that true?
I mean, she broke the door down.
Yeah, I broke it down with my body.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, look, can we agree here? Listen, there are some things that are just not worth it.
No.
And putting your hands on each other, hurting each other, winding up with one of you maimed, hurt, dead, and the other one in jail. Listen, it's just not worth it. Just walk away. Just go away.
Absolutely.
Don't ever see each other again. I don't want that to happen to you. And, oh, yeah. Now you give me a golf clap. Before you want to raise the roof. Seriously, you don't want to wind up in serious trouble. I don't want you hurt.
No.
And I don't want you hurting her. That's why I said before we started this conversation, I said there are 2 levels of issue here. One is the toxic relationship between the 2 of you, and the other is what is happening with these online relationships and sending money to people that you don't know. You said that you want to know the truth, and I want us to get to the truth. Now, can you make one commitment to me, both of you, and that is, before you answer any questions that I ask, you take a deep breath and you think about it and you absolutely tell me the truth.
Absolutely.
No matter what you may have said in the past, maybe you said A before and the truth is B.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've said C before and the truth is D. I can only help you if you tell me the truth.
Yes.
Now, you said that you met one of these women somewhere, right?
Yes, I met Kimberly.
Did you actually meet her, or did you just say that to get people off your back at the time?
I actually met Kimberly.
Where'd you meet her?
Met her at the airport.
What concourse were you on?
I don't recall. It was right there by a restaurant.
Which restaurant? I know the airport very well.
I don't know which one. We just sat in there and talked for 2 or 3 hours.
And you said you had some very passionate kisses.
Yes.
In the restaurant?
Well, prior to going into the restaurant.
So out in the concourse,
Yes.
in the hallway there?
Yes.
How do you know it was Kimberly?
It was the picture that she sent me.
And when we're talking about Kimberly, this is Kimberly.
That's Kimberly.
How long had you known her at that point?
About 3 months.
Okay. Coming up, Christine's daughter said Jerry put his online love, Kimberly, on speakerphone. She said she could not believe how Kimberly sounded. She'll explain what she means by that when we come back.
Jerry told me that he actually physically face-to-face met one of the women that is scamming him, the one he calls Kimberly.
The woman I met at the airport was the one that was in the photograph.
I believe Jerry told me that so that I would stop trying to convince him that these people are fake. I looked him in the eye when he said it to me, and I've known him long enough to feel that I know when he's lying.
Well, Christine's daughter, Sophie, says that Jerry is old, lonely, desperate, looking for any type of companionship, and that's why she claims he is sending money to women online who she says just aren't real.
My mom and dad have a very toxic relationship, but they have not gotten a divorce. My mom is a money-hungry person. If she does something for you, she would like to be paid back. I do believe that my dad is being scammed. If these people were real, they shouldn't have to ask for money. A few months ago, my dad got a phone call. It was one of the women that he was talking to from one of the websites. It didn't sound like a real person, in my opinion. It almost sounded like a voice recorder, like robotic, and it sounded fake.
You take care of yourself for me and know that I love you from the bottom of my heart.
I think it's someone who is masking their voice and just trying to make my dad fall for it, and he did. My dad is very gullible. I do think he's lonely, and sending out his money, I think that is a cry for help. I would like my parents to move on from each other, live completely separate lives, and I would like my dad to stop falling for the scams.
What makes you think that?
Because I've never actually witnessed it. Like I'm not in their bank accounts and stuff like that. My mom vents out to us, and she tells me that she's had to pay the phone bill. She's had to help him with the house payment and whatnot because he's sending out all his money.
He says that he met Kimberly at the airport.
It's the first I've heard of it.
So I assume you took selfies and stuff while you were at the airport. Y'all took a picture together?
I had to change phones. My phone broke.
Yeah, but you transferred the pictures and stuff, right? This is the love of your life.
No, I didn't.
With her one time, you would save a memento, right? A picture?
I didn't take a picture.
You finally get together with this woman and you don't take a picture with her? Hell, I'd have found a sketch artist if I needed to. Come on. You and I, we've been around the track a few times, right? We're not spring chickens, right?
Right.
Does it make common sense to you to be in a relationship with somebody for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and not ever meet them?
I met her once.
Well, let's talk about the others.
Okay, the others, no, I haven't met them.
I mean, does it make common sense to you that that's not what we called relationships when we were growing up, was it?
No.
I mean, you met a girl.
Yes.
You kind of put your arm around her and walk down the corner.
Right.
Maybe around the corner. But you met her.
Yes.
Does it make common sense to you that this is a real relationship?
To me, yes.
And does it make common sense to you that Kimberly, who's young and energetic and attractive, I mean, you and I are a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, I understand. She says she likes mature men.
Well, you are that.
Yeah, I am.
Over the years, Jerry did cheat on me with real people, with people who existed.
Why did you resort to cheating every damn time?
Jerry cheated on me less than 2 years after we were married with a neighbor. She was my friend. Right now, Jerry has multiple online relationships. I don't believe any of this to be real.
Christine says Jerry has been talking to women online who aren't real and sending them money instead of paying their bills. Jerry called some of his online romances in front of our cameras so we can hear what they sounded like. He was able to reach Kimberly, and this is what we heard when he got her on the phone.
You know, we try to make calls with some of the girls I've been contacting online. The first one I'm going to call is Kelly.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
I'm now going to call Kimberly.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Kimberly, this is Jerry. Can you please call me back? I'm now calling Candace.
The number you dialed is no longer in service.
Now I'm going to try to call Rose.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
Rose, this is Jerry. Can you give me a call back, please? Kimberly's calling me now. Hi, sweetheart.
How's your day going?
My day's going great. How about yours?
My day's going perfect.
You gonna be here on the 15th?
Here, because I just want to be next to you.
I would love that very much. I have to get my car fixed before I can go to pick up the money.
Try to go pick up the money as soon as possible.
I'll try as soon as possible to pick up the money, and I'll send it to you.
Do you need me to send the details to you again?
Yes, please send me the details where you want me to send the money to. We'll get you up here and then we can relax and enjoy each other.
I know, I cannot wait. I'll text you, okay?
Okay, I love you.
I'll love you more.
You sound like a woman that had a different accent. I feel good, and I think Kimberly is real. That proves it to me.
So that proves it to you?
Yes, it does.
Well, I thought meeting her at the airport proved it to you.
No, I mean, the woman in the photograph showed up, and we shared a few hours together.
Well, I found something interesting about Kimberly. She reminded me of a friend of mine, and I asked her to call into the show. Let's listen to that audio.
Hey, Jerry. This is Phyllis. I hope you're having a great day. I hear you are a really nice man, and I would sure like the opportunity to meet you one day. That is, if we could do it without your wife finding out about it, because I'm sure she wouldn't be too happy. Talk to you later.
Notice anything similar in the sound of those two calls?
No.
They sounded all robotic to you, or?
Not to me.
Well, hang on. There's more about Phyllis.
Hey, Jerry. This is Phyllis. I hope you're having a great day. I hear you are a really nice man, and I would sure like the opportunity to meet you one day. That is, if we could do it without your wife finding out about it, because I'm sure
She wouldn't be too happy. But to tell you the truth, this isn't Phyllis. This is actually Phil, Dr. Phil. And I plan on talking to you later.
That's good.
I thought so. It's a voice modulator. It can make anybody sound anyway.
Okay.
That was me.
I understand that.
So you know that can happen, right? That can be
No,
some guy
yeah.
sitting in Nigeria in a cube in a workroom with a headset and a voice modulation machine, pulling up a program, and they can be Candace, they can be Rose, they can be Kimberly, they can be Kelly. We did a little more digging. Wait until you hear what we discovered. Be right back. You get text messages from them, and you've gotten text messages from these women that I found some interesting things about. And I wanted to take a look. You know, here's Kelly. Okay, babe, and how many days should I give to you? Please let me know, because I hardly understand myself here, okay? You are all I think and dream about. Please let me know how many days you could get this done, okay? Apparently didn't pay attention in 5th grade grammar, okay? Then here's Kimberly. I am not happy either, cause am broke, babe. Have you looked for another loan company, sweetie? Now, these women don't know each other, but they both say cause, C-O-S. Isn't that odd?
Yes, it is odd.
Candace. Yes, I understand you, my love, because I have believe in me, honey, okay? I can't run away, for you I am truly love you. With all my heart, my love. So, my love, I want you to go and send me the money now so that I can get the buyer document before the Walmart would close there, honey. Now, reckon why Candace doesn't know how to spell her name. Is that thought-provoking? Any of this thought-provoking?
Yeah.
You know, I've talked to some of these folks that are scammers, and we've actually talked to them. We've talked to the ambassador from Nigeria. We've talked to some of the investigators that deal with these from the FBI. And one of the questions I have is, look, any computer has grammar and spell check on it. Why the hell don't you just click and drag this and it'll clean it up for you? You know what they said? They said, we don't clean it up on purpose, because the person that's willing to overlook this are the best targets. If we send someone broken English, bad spelling, obvious mistranslations of English, and they're willing to look past that, that is a live fish.
Okay.
We've done these kind of cases before. You've probably seen some of the shows. You watch the Dr. Phil show,
I do
right?
watch it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I love your show.
Thank you. I really do appreciate you watching, and I hope that you know that I always treat our guests with dignity and respect, and I intend to do you the same way. What I want to do is help you, and I want to enlighten you with some things that we've learned. What we've done is we have investigators, we have private investigators, we have IT investigators, we have all kinds of resources that you don't have. No one could expect you to have those. So it means we can find some things out that you can't find out. And sometimes when we see a catfish situation, we feel like someone has stolen a picture. They've just gone on the internet and just found somebody attractive, an attractive guy or an attractive woman, stolen that picture, created a story to go with it, gone onto a dating site, and pretended to be the person in that picture, that anybody would want to go out with this guy or this girl.
Yes.
And they tend to prey on those people that are vulnerable, lonely, naive, as I said, that are willing to overlook certain things. And in this situation, it was very unusual because sometimes we can't find who the real person is. We can't find who the real picture is. So it's like, just somebody that stole her identity, and we put the picture up and say, if this is you, please call and let us know. In this case, we were able to find all 4 women. We ran out of time today as we tried to unravel the details of Jerry's online love affairs with women that his wife Christine say just simply aren't real. She also claims Jerry has not only given these women his time and attention, but also their hard-earned income. Jerry says it's not up to Christine to decide whom he can talk to, and she just needs to mind her own business. Well, tomorrow we meet one of the women behind the pictures and hear what she has to say. Is Jerry being catfished, or is Jerry a Casanova romancing these women online? Take a look. You do not want to miss tomorrow. I want to thank all of my guests today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Heck yes.
No, you have tomorrow night also.
Well, it's 37 degrees tomorrow.
Not for mine. 30 tomorrow night.
Okay, I'm gonna check my app. We're gonna break the tie. And mine's on Celsius. Mine says that where I live is still 0 degrees. We are currently at -1 daily. Tomorrow's low is -1. Sorry. No temperatures go below 50 Fahrenheit because all life would freeze. Claudo's from LA. He doesn't know cold at all.
No, he doesn't. Sure you're not looking at tonight and not tomorrow night?
So that was 1 teaspoon
Sunday.
of baking soda,
Below
half a
-1.
teaspoon of salt,
Yeah.
and then a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Interesting. Yeah, Sunday, day is high of 15, night is -1.
I wonder how the discrepancy be so big. I can understand.
Yeah, that's
like
a couple of...
1 to 5 degrees maybe.
Was that the right town?
What, I didn't see what did it say? Is it Little Whiskey? Yeah.
It's going to get up to 7C in Virginia tomorrow. 15C is warm. 15, yeah, the day is going to be good. And the day I felt was pretty good. 15C coming from an Australian does sound cold, but 15C is a lovely temperature. I'm happy with that. I wore a flannel and that was great. 15C for the winter is warm for damn sure. Like I said, it's like 0C where I am.
You know what it's alright, because even if someone does try to spot us,
Yeah.
the police department here, like, it's like 3 people.
Oh God.
Like, seriously, they
Let's not have any cops show up.
I'm just saying, I thought it was funny when the sewage backup happened, didn't you call someone and they're like, oh, they're off today?
Yeah, the emergency line's closed on Sundays.
They're closed today. Like,
here's the thing.
We have, okay, but in our town though, there's literally like 1,800 people.
yeah, it's less than 2,000 people in this town.
So, but what if you have an emergency?
County, the sheriff
Yeah,
comes.
The county comes.
So, but you call, who do you call? If you can't call
We call 911 and it gets rerouted to the county.
Okay, so, okay.
But for she was calling around for a non-emergency thing. And
Oh, okay.
That's when they told her that. I just thought that was so funny.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. The idea. So remember. Oh. Earlier, all Ghostbusters. So earlier today, JC. So one of the reasons why I'm here now is because it's Madame and JC's birthday weekend. So we are having a lovely birthday celebration all weekend. I am getting a vacation tattoo tomorrow. Please look forward to seeing that. But one of the things that has happened is that happy birthday weekend, Kat says. So JC got his birthday gift, which was a beautiful Oculus. How crazy and amazing. And we started looking on Google Earth on the Oculus, and we were trying to find my house. We went to the Bronx. In this economy, vacation tattoos in this economy. Yeah. Hey, guess what, Claudio? While here, I've planned another going away. I'm going to go visit Sith Cat in October, and we're going to go to a Stardew concert. And Atherma's going to come with us to the Stardew concert. Anyway, while we were looking at the highway, and I said, oh, this is it. And you know how I knew? Because there's a fucking 911 building that I drive by. My friend works there. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, there's the 911 building. We are going in the right direction. And then I saw the way the road split, and I was like, yes, that's that. And I was like, yep. Yeah, it's like a symphony. It's a symphony of seasons, I think it's called. So I'm really excited to go just listen to Stardew music. I wish that I could, Kat, but I cannot afford any more trips. I'm going to England, any more big trips. I'm going to England in April for my birthday. For the most part, I'm saving up for that. Video pause, continue watching. Yes. I really do wish that I could, but Mamma mia. Yeah, the Stardew concert sounds really fun. Apparently I muted it. Good job, me. She won a house in an auction. That would be fucking phenomenal. I mean, I could cancel my England trip, but I don't want to do that. Okay. I got you, baby. Of course. Thank you for letting me take over your kitchen.
Like it's been doing it the last few days.
Look.
I think I have arthritis or tendonitis or something coming.
When in May, Kat?
There's just a sharp pain from here.
Let me know when in May, because maybe I'll do just like a jaunt around town. Maybe I'll go to England and then Portugal.
That sounds like nerves.
That's what I was just thinking about, Miss Meg.
It just hurt. I know that.
I told her you were going to visit your brother and might be stretched with Australia last year. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I only have money, and I'm really trying to save up for that trip in April. But I'm planning on going end of April. Yeah, get some specifics, because maybe I could make it weird. I'm also trying to plan to go to Switzerland while I'm in Carpal tunnel. Yes.
I have to look it up too. I forgot. Nancy's had surgery.
Well, Smeg got me tickets to the opening Eagles game, front row seats at halftime. Half line, not halftime. Okay. This looks well mixed into me. I think these look delicious. Thoughts, chat?
You know what we could do?
What?
We could let them pick the fold-ins for.
Ooh, chat. What are our options?
We can do a peanut butter chocolate chip.
Okay.
We could do.
All right, so let's put some plastic wrap on this and put it in the fridge for a little bit.
She won't fit in the fridge.
Uh-oh. Can we just put this into a plastic wrap? And put that in the fridge?
Probably stack it on top of plastic.
Let me stop.
Not the whole bowl.
No, yeah. No, I mean just like if we wrap the dough in saran wrap rather than.
We can take the pizza out. Just put it over here for now.
Yeah.
That works.
We can at least, you know what, put the pizza bread in the pizza box.
You know, we throw out the boxes, put pizza in the Ziploc bag.
Oh, there's that too. Whatever works for you. It's your fridge. Okay, so our options for mix-ins.
We could do peanut butter chocolate chip.
Okay.
We could do a cheesy one.
Mm-hmm. Was there another fruity one you were thinking of?
I have pineapple and I have blueberries.
Do you have the things for peanut butter jelly? Do you want to try that?
I want to try peanut butter jelly.
Okay. All right, so.
Sprinkle.
Ooh. Okay, we're not there yet, chat, but we are going to figure out what mix-ins we can put into the bread that we started tonight. That is really cool that thing will actually... There's water falling from the sky. I'm confused and concerned. It's raining in LA and Claudio doesn't know what to do.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Claudio doesn't know what to do when there's rain.
The concern is if it rains too much, it's going to cause mudslides.
Yeah.
It's been so dry.
It is the end times. Between the fires and the rain and the mudslides, I haven't finished building my ark. Well, you got to get the fuck on it, Claudio. You're out here commissioning art for yourself instead of building your ark. What the hell? Planning your child's birthday party. What the hell? What's wrong with you?
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. I have 2 of each animal, but no ark. Burb, mom's calling. All right. Say hi, Mom. Tell her I love her.